Second video that I'm filming today, and now I'm going to show you how to create a board to practice henna on. These boards are really convenient to have because once you're done doing henna you can wipe it off and start again. And as long as you're using either old henna or henna that you haven't mixed up in order to stain well, it shouldn't really stain the board. But if it does, it's pretty cheap to just take off the cellophane wrap that's on top of it and replace it with another one, especially considering that you can get a roll of cellophane for about £1 and it will last you a long while. This is a board that I made earlier, and I cut this out of a pizza box, so you can make use of whatever boxes you have lying around. This one was pretty thin. You can see that I've already practiced by doing some henna on it. This henna I did several weeks ago and I still haven't taken it off because I'm that lazy, but today I did pick off a little piece here in the corner and you can see that it hasn't stained the board, and that's because I used old henna that's of a very poor quality but which makes a great practice henna because of that. To make yourself a henna practice board you're going to need cellophane wrap, enough to wrap around whatever size of cardboard that you have. You're going to need some cardboard. This one happens to have a thick side, but you don't actually need that. You can, just like I did with the other one, cut out some cardboard from the pizza box if you wanted. You're also going to need, and this is optional, it really does depend on the colour of your cardboard and the colour that you want it to be, but you're also going to need paint, possibly. I'm going to use black paint because I'm going to colour one side black, and that's a good idea if, for example, you want to try out some glitter henna cones and you realise that the silver is not going to be obvious on a white side, and so you want to try it out on the black side. I've also got white paint which I want to paint the other side with, and that's useful if you want to practice using actual henna or black paint or dark coloured paint. The last thing you're going to need is a paintbrush. It doesn't have to be of the greatest quality, it just needs to get the job done. Remember, if you have a cardboard box and it's already the colour that you want, you don't need to do this, but the first thing I'm going to do is paint one side completely black. This, by the way, is just random paint that I got from the pound shop. It's not of the greatest quality, so I'm probably going to have to do a couple of layers on it, but you want enough layers on there so that the cardboard colour underneath it is covered up completely. I should have really mentioned that you might want to put down some newspaper at the bottom. This is 3 coats of black. I'm just going to turn it over now and paint the other side white. A couple of things that I should have mentioned is, first of all, if you have black paper and white paper lying around, then you can just stick black paper on one side and white paper on the other side. And if you only have one paintbrush, then paint the white side first, because what you don't want is the black accidentally mixing in with your white. So moving on to the white paint now. Again, this is just random paint that I got from the pound shop, nothing too expensive. It's now completed with 3 layers of white. I'm just going to flip this around to the black side so you can see it properly. Now we're moving on to the last stage where we're going to put the cellophane wrap around the board. Make sure the cellophane wrap is the right size for your board. I have measured my cellophane wrap out so that each side protruding out of the board is maybe a little bit less than 1 inch, and the same goes for the sides. We're first going to tape this long edge here. I'm going to lift it up, make sure that I've tightened the cellophane wrap as much as I can, and then I'm going to bend one side down and I'm going to bend the other one on top of it. And now you want to tape both ends with a small amount of tape. It's got a little bit of tape here, and I'm going to put one on this end. I'm going to go to this side, retighten it if it has come loose, and I'm going to put another piece of tape on this end. And now, to really make sure that it doesn't come undone, I'm going to get a long piece of tape and tape the sides down. Finally, we're going to wrap the sides down just like you would a birthday present. So, first of all, we're going to take this section here, bend it down, and put a sellotape on it. Do the same on the other side. We're going to fold one side over and put a little tape here to secure it. Then we're going to fold the other side over and we'll put a long piece of tape across here to secure this. And there we have it, a practice board for henna.